All right, Joseph, we've been talking a lot about success circles and how there's the buddy system, and people can really get a lot of value out of accountability. What are some of the things that people have shared with you, or you just know based on experience, that they're actually receiving from being a part of success circles broadly and the buddy system in particular?
Of course, David. So I'd say accountability can be fun. So we have a process where accountability is fun because we celebrate each step of the journey. You know your why. You're compelled to take actions no matter what because the things that are important to you are spoken out loud and you're moving toward them each day. That's probably one factor. 1% progress each day. I don't really know of any program out there that really can promise that. So we do our best to promise that each day, 1% progress each day. Hence, that's a Kaizen factor, and noticing how that can compound over time, over the course of months, a year, how they can add up quite a bit, 37%, which James Clear talks about too in his books, and others talk about as well also. Access to a value-based network. We have an extraordinary community of people. We have group huddle calls too as well, so you can tap into other great minds, celebrate your wins. We have bragging calls or wins calls throughout the day, on weekends too as well, so that's all accessible as well via success circles. For me, it's productivity, like really being productive, like having fun each day. We bring a lot of game theory into what we do. So if life is a game, making today's game better than yesterday's game. And that's really about having fun, making progress, having a huddle, feeling heard each day. We all want to be heard, especially during this current COVID crisis. It's just being connected, being heard, sharing your voice, having a means to review, reflect, and get feedback each day, especially feedback that can support you in making that 1% or more progress per day. We do a lot of work pairing people together. So depending on what game you're playing, in terms of revenue, in terms of health, we'll aim to find someone who's complementary to you, you could support, and they could support you as well. We put a lot of time into the pairing process. We've evolved that process over the years. Yeah, and I believe overall increased profitability. We all want to generate more revenue. So being around other people playing that game, compound growth adds up quite a bit in all areas of life. So financially, a lot of our members have seen their dreams compound, whether it's buying the dream home or taking more vacation time off. We've integrated a lot of ideas from Mission Control, strategic coach, David Allen, making it fun too, like cohesive. Like, for example, the Friday calls, we have our week in review calls. We review our week. We look into what areas of life we've maybe disconnected from, the things perhaps that got in the way, the bottlenecks. We make it fun too. It's getting in dialogue, like having fun with it. And I'd say greater confidence too. That's part of the big one thing that we do also is confidence, because success builds on success. As you start tracking your wins, your victories, your magic moments, and you start tracking that, journaling it and speaking it out loud in dialogue, it builds a lot more confidence over time. That's what I believe.
Yeah, and I mean, from my own perspective, I'll share the two things that are most prominent for me is one, just having that accountability on a daily basis up levels my game. It has to be top of mind. It's something that I'm integrating a lot more mentally on a daily basis, and that just has me be more productive from the first thing in the morning. And then the second thing is the value of the buddy system for me is that you can be paired with somebody who is at your same level or higher in some different areas. So not only are you getting an accountability partner, you're getting someone who can coach you in things that they're already maybe more proficient than you are at. And that's a huge opportunity and value add. So I love the platform. One other question, I guess, is beyond the individual. At a corporate level, I know you work with corporations that thinking about potentially integrating a system like this. What are some of the quick benefits that an organization could get from success circle slash buddy system?
More cohesion, more connection. I'd say more. I find that one of the bottlenecks with people and organizations is to build up is over time is they're disconnected from the bigger picture, the why, the mission. They might have frustration with their management perhaps, and giving them some means where they can honor like the bigger picture and feel connected with a team. So it's more cohesion, being heard. That's the idea of a huddle. So we can support you in designing a huddle for your organization, inviting your team members to focus on 3 or 4 or 5 things that will move the needle forward. And this is all about moving the needle forward, being heard. In this current climate with COVID, for example, people are disconnected. There's no more like interconnectedness, like cross-pollination of ideas and thoughts, and having the ability to integrate one of our huddles, for example, or building a huddle of yourself in your organization will certainly allow for that, especially as we go further into this year and next year, where many people, many organizations are choosing to work from home, having their teams work from home.
Yeah, I love it. And the only thing I'd add there for me, like my view of it, is that sometimes there's big group meetings for organizations or department meetings, but it's rare that you have an individual meeting around accountability where you can, as you said, feel heard on a more maybe simplistic, granular level and say things that you might not feel comfortable sharing and dealing with on a broader context, but on the smaller context, it's very powerful. So with that, I think it's time to just wrap up. But how do people find you? What's the easiest path to you?
Easiest thing to do is go to successcircles.com. We have a fact page, there's a contact page. You can reach me there. If you want to schedule a call with me, go to jv.zone, put JV as in my initials, Joseph Varghese, jv.zone. It'll lead to a calendar, my Google Calendar. We can schedule a conversation this week or next, and we'll make it happen.
Awesome. Joseph, a
Thank you.
pleasure as always. Thank you for this lovely conversation. Anyone out there, highly recommend if any of this spoke to you, give him a quick shout. He's an amazing person to talk to, highly connected, and at worst, you'll enjoy the conversation. And at best, I think he'll give you a lot of value. So, Joseph, thank you.
Thank you so much. Everyone, enjoy, have fun, and hopefully we can connect soon.